Welcome to In the Studio with the Busks. We're going to take you on a little journey. Going to show you what we do, how we track songs, and how we give them to you. First thing I do is I decide what kind of instrumentation we're going to have on the song, and then I decide what mics I'm going to use, how we're going to set that up, and arrange those around the instruments, who's going to be positioned where in the studio space. So all that happens before we actually get in the studio to save time. I'm setting up stereo overheads. I'm using dynamic mics because I don't like the transients from the cymbals. Try to mimic ribbon mics, but I don't have any ribbon mics, so I'm using dynamics.
Why don't you have any ribbon mics?
Because I didn't check them out, so I already booked them.
It's because we're poor.
So for drums, I'm probably going to use, we're going to do a stereo setup on the drums this time. Probably use some MD421s as overheads. I like to put KM 54s type series on the snare. For kick, we're going to use the AKG D12 that they have in Studio A. And I'll probably put some fronts out in front of that too, I don't know. I use MZ204s on the toms though, for sure.
Not enough mics.
Are we stereoing it?
I might not use it. Yeah, I'm going to stereo it. I don't want to, but I'm going to do it.
How many mics is too many mics, Jacob?
More than 5 is too many on drums. For the piano, I'm probably going to double track it, so I probably won't do a stereo setup for that. I'll just do, I've got a mic that I built, replica of the AKG C12, so I'll probably use that on the piano, and we'll double track that to get the kind of sound that I want in the song. For the bass, we're kind of trying to mimic the McCartney kind of Sgt. Pepper bass sound, so we went ahead and, instead of using the basement in there, we went ahead and just DI'd it. And I put a distressor on it and tried to set the attack and release times pretty slow to try and kind of mimic the sustain that he gets in some of those basses. For the acoustic guitar, we'll probably use the MKH40s, and we'll probably double track that as well. Vocals, I'll either use a U47 type mic that I built or the AKG C12, decide in the space probably. So in the control room, we got a couple main parts. The most important thing is the board. We got an API vision in there. Then there's a patch bay with it. I take the tie lines that I plugged the mic cables into in the studio, and in the patch bay, I connect them to the preamps I want and get my whole layout going how I want it set up on my channel going into Pro Tools. And then we got some good outboard gear in there. And then we got the Studer over in the corner that we'll be using for some slapback on the vocals.
See, Jacob knows how to work the console, but I know how to work the hearts and the souls of the audience. You know what I'm saying?
When we get in the studio, we haven't really finished the song yet, so we'll probably talk about how we're going to lay out the song, and Dylan and I will probably try to finish. There's a couple, we got to write another verse for it, so we'll probably do all that in the studio and try to finish that up.